What's up, fam? What's going on with you? Today is a new day. Well, I just want to go ahead and share with you some things that I have learned and I have noticed on a lot of movies that a lot of people don't pay attention to, y'all. But y'all gonna learn that today, all right? Welcome, whoever listening and watching. What's up, Catrice? I just want to tell everybody about something about the Bible that I have learned, that I have noticed that it's coming out on a lot of our movies and everything, and a lot of people are not paying attention to, and a lot of people be telling lies, especially in the church. They don't want to tell nobody about it. So, and one of the things is that I noticed that I was watching this movie, y'all. I was watching this movie on Julio. It was the other day. It was on Julio, and I noticed that one of the things I noticed that it was that new barbershop movie where they had they were talking about, if y'all heard about the shootings and everything that was going on in Chicago and everything, and it was getting wild out there and crazy, and they had this movie. I noticed that Ice Cube was telling, because his son had locks in his hair, okay, and who was it? Ice Cube his son had locks in his hair, and he told his son to cut off his hair. He told his son to cut off his hair and stuff like that. And society nowadays tells you that you can't have locks in your hair. You go to church, they tell you that lie. They try to tell you that you're not supposed to cut your hair and all this stuff. That you're supposed to cut your hair and all that stuff. Well, we know that is a lie. How do we know that is a lie? That they've been preaching it. See, a lot of people want to turn the Bible to their own understanding and what they think is right, because they don't want to confound to the word of what God done put in there. Okay? So everybody's running around here talking about that, we ain't supposed to be having, Negroes supposed to cut their hair and all this stuff. They telling us we supposed to cut our hair and all this, la. Okay? But I will tell you, and this is what society and everything has been pumping everybody's head. But unfortunately, if you're gonna follow the scripture, you had better follow it to the T, because first of all, I hope this encourages everybody. Now, first of all, we're gonna go over the first thing. And the first thing is about coverings. We hear about a lot of people misinterpreted 1 Corinthians. Hey, what's up, y'all? We hear a lot of people misinterpret Corinthians. This is 1 Corinthians 11. We hear a lot of people confusing this scripture, and a lot of preachers getting this scripture wrong. It is what it says, and it says what it is. It don't mean that you're supposed to go and be under no other preacher just to preach the word or prophesy. This scripture says every man who has something on his head while praying or prophesying disgraces his head. But every woman who has her head uncovered while praying or prophesying disgraces her head. For she is one and the same with her whose head is shaved. For if a woman does not cover her head, let her also have her hair cut off. But it is disgraceful for a woman to have her hair cut off or her head shaved. Let her cover her head. When you was praying, it doesn't mean that you will hear on Corinthians 11 what I just read to you. They will always try to tell you and refer it back to, this means that you're supposed to have a covering. No, there's a scripture that says, how can anybody talk unless a preacher be sent? But it has nothing to do. Oh my God, if that was the case, then they would have put it in the scripture. That is a lie. People are sitting up here lying and they ain't telling people the truth. That is not covering. It had to do with the customs that they kept in those days long ago, when they would when Paul was talking about when you prayed, you had to cover your head. It had nothing to do with being under Pastor Sam, Pastor Thomas, Pastor Jerry, or none of those people. It had to do with when they prophesied or they preached, they had to cover their head. Come on, somebody. Now, don't make me preach today. I'm just trying to tell the truth because I'm trying to give y'all some encouragement, and y'all need to learn your history as black folks. Do you understand why that it's an agenda for women? They told our women it's not okay for them to wear their natural hair. They got to wear look like the white folks and have long kinky hair. I mean long hairs and all that stuff. Brothers can't wear come on. You know, brothers can't wear locks in their hair, but I got some news for you. Guess what? Yeshua, the one you call Jesus Christ, wore locks in his hair. He was black and he had wore locks in his hair. Come on, somebody. That's what I want to tell you, but I'm about to break it down to you and show you the scripture today. I'm tired of this lying. I'm tired of people lying. That's why I can't fool with half these churches no more. I don't even fool with the church half a time. But I'm going to tell the truth. And it's time for people to hear the truth. Okay? So, where we at? We already told you about the hair colors, where women is supposed to cover their hair while they're prophesying or preaching. Okay. Now, what is the statutes and commandments of the men's? These were our customs because people need to understand that we are the people, the real Hebrew Israelites. We're the people of the Bible that the Bible speaking of. We went through slavery. We was sent to the four corners of the earth. We mixed in with the Indians, the Indian folks that was on within them, that was hanging out on the plantation things, whatever, you know. They had us out there where they took everything from the Indians, the black Indians. We hooked up with him. That's why we got so many high bone features and all this stuff like that. Go look up your history, y'all. Come on now. We got Jeremiah 43 and 37. It says, this was the statutes and commandments that we were supposed to do. It said, therefore, well, let's go back to 36. It said, therefore my heart wails for Moab, like flutes. Okay. Moab was a people, okay, and the people of Moab, okay, these were tribes. My heart also wails like flutes for the man of Khazars, the Khazars. Therefore, they have lost the abundance it produced. 37 say, for every head is bald and every beard is cut short. There are gashes on all their hands and sackcloth on their loins. Okay. All right. So 38. On all the housetops of Moab and in the streets there is limitations everywhere. For I have broken Moab like an undesirable vessel, declares the Lord. So it was a shame from them that came over them. Okay? So we're going on the baldness of the head. Now, it said in the treasury of Scripture, it said, for every head shall be bald, and every head shall be bald, and every beard clipped on all the hands, and shall be cuttings on their loins and sackcloth. This is what they did to worship at that time. When they did what we're doing now, baldness of our beards and head, what they did now, they was doing a worship to somebody. But that wasn't the custom of our people. There wasn't the customs of the things that we were supposed to be doing. Okay? So, let's see. Let's see. Leviticus 9:28 says, "You shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print." What are we doing now? Can everybody tell me what we're doing now? Because I know people gonna see this later on. We making tattoos. We putting tattoos on our bodies. We're doing all this. We're not supposed to cut into our bodies or make any tattoo into our body. But you know, that's what we're doing now. But you got preachers out there lying to people talking about, well, the law is done away with. So that means we got to keep sinning? That means we're supposed to keep sinning? Just because, because we're under grace? No. Huh? So we're going to I'm putting this information out there so people can see it. Malachi 1:16, make you bald and pull you for your how you say this? Help. What's that word? Right? I can't say it that well. Pull your delicate children, enlarge your, it cuts off there. So I'm trying to look for a good scripture. I'm sorry. I already read the one that said, "You shall not make any cuttings into your flesh." Okay, where is that? Where did I put it at? Okay. Alright, so it's cross references. Leviticus 21:5. "Thou shalt not make any baldness on their heads, or shave of the edges of their beards, nor make any cuts in their flesh." You have a lot of people making cuts in their flesh, shaving off the corners of their beards, doing all that stuff. But your pastor gonna tell you, you need to cut your hair. Huh? So thou shalt not make baldness. You should not cut your hair bald. Huh? Leviticus 19:27 says, "You shall not round off the side growths of your heads, nor harm the edges of your beard." Leviticus 21:4. "He shall not defile himself as a relative by marriage among his people, and profound himself." Now, he's supposed to not. And also, man shall not go and marry their cousin. That's what you got a lot of people doing now, marrying their cousins. They know their cousins, and they marry their cousins, the mothers, and all that, daughter's cousin, whatever. They doing that now. Huh? They doing that now. Okay? You are the sons of Deuteronomy 14:1. "You are the sons of the Lord, and your God. And you shall not cut yourselves, nor shave your foreheads for the sake of the dead." See, they were doing it for the sake of the dead. They were cutting their head and shaving their forehead and all this stuff like that. They were worshiping the dead, pretty much the sake of the dead. That's why you have Cinco de Mayo and all these things right now today. Okay. All right. Isaiah 15:2. They have gone up to the temple and to Debon, even to the high places to weep. Moab wails over Nebu and Nedeba. I can't say those words. Everyone's head is bald and every beard is cut off. because they worship the dead. And it says, Ezekiel 5:1, as for you, son of man, take a sharp sword, take and use it as a barber's razors on your head and beard. Then take scales for weighing and dividing the hair. Now, they'll say, there it is, brother. There it is. That's what you're supposed to cut your hair with. That's a lie. Because if they read further down in the scripture, it'll say in Ezekiel 44:20, also they shall not shave their heads, yet they shall not let their locks. But wait a minute. You telling me that we wore locks? Huh? You black folks? That's got to be black folks. Huh? Come on, somebody. Wore locks? You mean the preacher telling me you got to cut your hair? But this Ezekiel 44:20 said, also they shall not shave their heads, yet they shall not let their locks grow long. Now, you're supposed to not let your locks grow long, meaning you're not supposed to look like a woman. It's not supposed to go all the way past here and all this stuff, your shoulders, whatever. Locks grow long. They shall only trim the hair of their heads, not their beards. Okay? There's no supposed to be trimming. So you ain't supposed to look like it's supposed to connect. You see what I'm saying? You got guys shaving all that side off, but not the corners of your beards. Not the corners. Not the corners. Okay? So, this was the customs that we had to live by. And still today. But that's it. The pastor say that's not what that means. That's too hard, though. That's the Old Testament. The Bible says you're supposed to read precept upon precept, line upon line, and word upon word. Oh yeah, they said, oh man, he must know something. No, I just love my history. I love my people. I ain't gonna be fooled by garbage. They shall not make baldness of their heads, neither shall they shave of the corners of their beards, and cutting into their flesh. See, the Edomites and all those things used to do that back then. That's what their custom was. They carve into their skin. They put tattoos. That's why you don't see no tattoos. I don't believe in tattoos. I'm scared to get them anyway. I mean, you see it all over the place. Jeremiah, Leviticus, Deuteronomy, Malachi. Here's Malachi 1:16. Make you bald and pull you for your delicate children. Enlarge your. Okay, here it is. We're gonna go straight to the scripture. Moreover, I will bring on you the one who takes possession, O inhabitants of Marshish. Okay, now you have to understand in this scripture it says weeping and mourning. They was in weeping and mourning. This was a time that they was in. This was the punishments. For the glory of Israel will enter in Adonam. Make yourself bald and cut off your hair because of the children of your delight. Extend your baldness like the eagle, for they will go from you into exile. They will go. The children will go into them unto exile. Okay. Okay. So, right. So we have all these references here, and you got a lot of people that just want to twist the word and change it. But I'm telling you, black women, be proud of yourself. Be proud of yourself, what you got. Be proud of your hairs, what you got on your hair, because your hair is precious. You have precious hair. Black woman, you have precious hair. Black men, you have precious hair. Don't get mixed up in this Hollywood garbage. Don't get mixed up in this Hollywood stuff here. You know, they promoting this stuff on our peoples, and they promoting this on our peoples, and they telling us, look, we don't be proud of your hair, that your hair is kinky and your hair is like this. You need to look like us. You know, but we need to be proud of the hair that we got. Where the hair you got? If you don't know how to do this way, you want it long, then you got to train it to be long. Train that hair to be long, like we used to do back in the olden days. Twisting hairs up, braiding hairs, and all that stuff, and wearing it. I wish I knew how to do dreadlocks. I would put it in my hair. Now, one more thing, I ain't finished yet. Since we're going to prove to you that Yeshua's hair was long. Go back to that one part. Where I was at? Oh man, we got lost it. It is up here. We're gonna put it to you. See, they like to hide stuff. They don't want to show this. You see what I'm saying? They don't want to hide it. They want to hide it and show. Let's see, it's in numbers. Let's see. Now, watch this. Y'all ready? Numbers 6 and 5. All the days of the days of the vow of separation, there shall no razor come upon his head, until the days he fulfilled. He fulfilled. This is talking about the Lord Yeshua HaMashiach, the Kings of Kings, O Lord of Lords, in which he separated himself unto the Lord. He shall be holy, and shall let the locks of the hair of his head grow. So, there you have it. Alright? I just wanted to share that with you today. I just want to let you know, beware of people that come across you. You're going to live this thing in the Holy Ghost. You're going to live this thing, God. Beware of the people that come across you talking about some teaching false doctrine and run around thinking with itching ears is just to fit their ways because they think it's too hard to follow this. Beware of that. They thinking that these are the same people running around with white Jesus all up in their house, knowing they don't even. He never looked like that. God hit striking now. These are a lot of peoples in their household and everything. They don't want to confirm to this. They don't want to conform to that. But these are the customs that we're supposed to wear. We ain't supposed to be wearing attires and all these things to the ways of the heathen. We do things the way of this world. We ain't supposed to be doing none of that. But Hollywood's pumping this stuff. Be proud of who you are, women. Black women. Be proud of who you are. Be proud of your hair. Be proud of this. Be proud of all this. Because Yeshua's hair was like white like wool, as you know. God bless y'all. And Yeshua loves it. And shalom. I'm getting off here. I just want to share that because I just noticed that, when you become awake, let me say this. I know I was going to get off, but when you become awake and you learn stuff, and you learn what subliminal messaging is and all the stuff that they do in Hollywood, you learn what their agenda is against you, your folks, and all this stuff, and black folks. You learn that stuff, and you learn, and you be awoke, and you know to watch out for this stuff. I just want to share some of this stuff. Be proud of yourself. Don't let Hollywood dictate who you are. And you be you. Don't be like don't be like that. You be you. God gave you the hair. God gave you the face and all this stuff to look beautiful. You're beautiful. Black women, you're beautiful. No matter what. Okay? Yes, God created you like that. We were made to resemble a sheep. So, hey, not a goat. A goat has straight hair. All right. Okay. So, all right. Yeshua bless you. Shalom.
We lose ourselves in the spirit of things. We lose our sight when we put our trust in things of this material world, of things that fade away. Let me keep coming back, 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 keep coming back. Of things we know.
We've got a fire tornado going here, and you can actually see the flames. See the fire tornado? You can hear the thunder sound from the fire within there. Huge. That's really humongous.
Keep coming back, 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 of things we know.
time.